everyone, and welcome to Library Storytime. So glad that you could join me today. Hope everyone's having a good day. Today, our stories are going to be about spiders, and one of my favorite books, it's also a classic old book, Be Nice to Spiders. Are you nice to spiders? How many legs do spiders have? That's right, they have a lot of legs. Very, very good. Well, our craft today is going to be a spider web. So you have a paper plate and it's got some cuts in it, and you'll understand what that's about when we're done. So first, when you get your plate, you can color it if you'd like, and you'll be getting some bug stickers because you know spiders spin their webs so that they can catch bugs and insects and flies so they can eat them. So spiders are good. So you will get some stickers and be very patient. They're little foil stickers, so they'll come off and you can put your little bugs all over here. And then take your spider web, which is this white, long piece of white yarn that you'll get, and you'll see the crack. You can spin and make your own pattern however you want to make your pattern, and you can spin your own spider web. And as you spin, you can add a spider. It'll be a spider ring, but you can add your spider, and when you're all done, you'll have a spider and the spider web and some shiny bugs. So there you go. And you're right. Here's our spider with 8 legs. And that will be a fun craft, I think. I think you'll enjoy it. You'll get a little bit of stickers and you can color and do that. So our first story today is by Margaret Bloy Graham called Be Nice to Spiders. It's an old book, but I like the message. Be nice to spiders. So let's take a look at the book Be Nice to Spiders by Margaret Bloy Graham. One morning, as the keeper of the zoo was about to unlock the gate, he noticed something on the steps. It was a matchbox with a note. The note said, "Please look after Helen. I've had her since she was a baby, but I can't keep her anymore. We have to move to an apartment that won't take pets. Thanks, Billy." When the keeper opened the matchbox, out jumped Helen. "Great Scott," he said, "it's a spider." He tried to catch her, but Helen was too fast for him. She had 8 legs and moved like lightning. Helen ran up a big maple tree. Then she quickly spun a long silk thread and lowered herself into the ventilator of a big building. That building happened to be where the lions lived. There was a big old lion, and there was a mother lion and some baby lions, and they were miserable. They were miserable because they were covered in flies. Flies crawling in their ears and on their noses. Well, you know, flies can be so pesky. They were so annoyed, but Helen was delighted. She loved to eat flies. Right away, she set to work to catch them. She began by spinning a web with her silk thread. First, Helen spun the outside threads. Then she dropped straight down, and next she spun lots of threads from the center to the outside. And then she spun a little spiral in the middle. Finally, she spun a big spiral. This part of the web was very sticky. And when Helen had finished, she sat in the corner and waited, and one by one the flies got caught in the sticky part of the web, and one by one, Helen ate them. A week went by. And Helen kept catching and eating flies until there were no more flies in the lion's house. The lions were happy and content that they were not bothered by those pesky flies. Helen was fat and satisfied. She had eaten all the flies, so she had to move. So next she went to where the elephants were. And of course the elephants were bothered with lots and lots of flies. So Helen spun her web, and in a week she had caught all the flies. The elephants were delighted. Helen moved on to the zebras, and the zebras were very annoyed by those flies. Helen spun her web. Soon the flies were gone. Helen went from one building to another, spinning her webs and eating up all the flies. The zoo became a peaceful place. All the animals were very happy to have those flies gone. And it was a spider's paradise. Now one day the keeper of the zoo blew his whistle and all the workers came, and he said, "Now the mayor is coming to inspect the zoo this afternoon at 4 o'clock. Now, the animals all look fine, but let's tidy up the buildings, and I think we need to knock down all of those cobwebs." "But Chief," said one of the workers, "I thought spiders were supposed to be sort of useful." "Oh," said the keeper, "now those webs make this place look a mess, so get those webs all cleaned up." And so the workers went. And one of the workers were in the camel house when saw Helen's web. Took a broom and was going to knock it down, but Helen took off. She went and hid in the corner of the house. And when the whole zoo was clean, the mayor came and said, "Oh, excellent, it's delightful. I've never seen a place so neat. It's very clean." And the animals seemed to be content. Meanwhile, Helen was still in the camel house, hiding in a corner. As the days went by, she grew very hungry, but she didn't dare come out. And of course, the flies began to come back. Soon, Helen was so hungry, she had to come out, spin her web, caught the flies, and ate the flies. But she didn't dare leave the camel house. Everywhere else in the zoo, all the flies came back, and the animals were miserable once again with all the flies. The keeper couldn't understand. "I don't understand," said the zookeeper. "When the mayor was here, the animals were in good shape and the place was clean, but now look, they look miserable." Their last stop when they went to inspect all the buildings was the camel house, and there were the camels, content with no flies. And then one of the helpers said, "Look, look, now I know what's going on. See that spider up there? That spider is eating all the flies. I told you, spiders are helpful." And so the keeper said, "Oh, of course, I should have known it. Let's call all of our workers together." And all the workers came, and the zookeeper said, "From this day on, we must keep our spiders. They help us do our jobs. So from now on, there is a new rule at the zoo. Be nice to spiders." Soon the zoo became famous for its happy, healthy animals, and Helen was treated like a queen. One day, Helen's picture appeared on the front page of the paper. Billy saw it and said, "Hey, that's my spider, it's Helen." "Well, well," said his father, "instead of the zoo taking care of Helen, it seems that Helen is taking care of the zoo." And so the next morning, Billy ran to the zoo. "I'm Billy. I'm the one who brought you that spider. Hey, look, she's made an egg sac. I bet there'll be plenty of baby spiders soon." And Billy was right. A few days later, out of the egg sac came lots of little spiders. And from then on, Helen and her children and all the animals at the zoo lived happily ever after. And That's the new rule. Be nice to spiders. Very good. By Margaret Graham. That's one of my favorites. And I bet one of your favorite songs is the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Let's do that with our hands. Get your hands ready. And let's sing the Itsy Bitsy Spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. Very good. Let's do that one more time. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. Very good. Great job. And our last book on today's story time is Walter's Wonderful Web by Tim Hotgood. Walter's Wonderful Web. And it's a first book about shapes. So we have some shapes that we'll put up here on the board. Walter's Wonderful Web. There's Walter by Tim Hopgood. Walter wished he could spin a perfect web just like his friends. But Walter's webs weren't perfect. They were wibbly-wobbly. And when the wind blows, wibbly-wobbly webs always blow away. But Walter was determined, so one morning he decided to start with something simple. Very carefully, he made a small web in the shape of a triangle. Whoosh went the wind, and whoosh, it blew the web away. Walter started again. This time he made a bigger web in the shape of a square. Whoosh went the wind, whoosh, and it blew the web away. Walter sighed and started again. This time he made a longer web in the shape of a rectangle. But I bet you guess what? You can guess what happened. Whoosh went the wind, and it blew the web away. Walter sighed. Then he stretched his legs and made a taller web in the shape of a right diamond. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh went the wind, and it blew that web away too. Perhaps my web should be more round, thought Walter. And so he climbed up and down. He twisted and twirled. Would this be Walter's perfect web? It was a circle. Nearly, it wasn't a perfect web, but it was an almost perfect circle. And it looked strong until whoosh, 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 whoosh went the wind, and whoosh, poor Walter hit the ground with a bump, and it blew the circle away. Walter was tired and upset. He felt like giving up, but as the sun went down, he thought about all the different shapes he had made. All of a sudden, he knew just what to do, so he took a deep breath and set to work. Whoosh went the wind, but it didn't stop Walter or his web. Not this time. And as the stars came out, oh, Walter's web shone in the moonlight. It was better than perfect. It was a truly wonderful web. Look at Walter's web. It has a diamond, has triangles, circles, square, rectangles. Wow, Walter put them all together and it was strong, and whoosh went the wind, and whoosh went the wind, and it did not destroy Walter's wonderful web. Let's look at the shapes in the book. These shapes are all shown in this book. Let's look. We had a triangle and a square. That's a square. 4 equal sides make a square. We have a rectangle with 2 sides the same and 2 sides the same, but this is a long side, 2 long sides, 2 short sides. That makes a rectangle. We had a diamond and we had a circle. So which shape is a triangle? Right, that's a triangle. How many sides does a triangle have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. And which shape is a square? Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes. It has how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides of the same length, 4 equal sides. And which shape is a rectangle? This one? This one? Ah, this one. It has 4 sides too. 1, 2, 3, 4, but they're not the same. Which shape is a diamond? That's a diamond. How many sides does a diamond have? 1, 2, 3, 4. And which shape is a circle? Does a circle have any sides? No, circle is round. Very good. So we got triangle, square, rectangle, diamond, and a circle. And Walter put all those together to make a wonderful, wonderful web, and very strong. Whoosh went the wind, and it did not destroy it. So very good. And that's Walter's wonderful web. Thank you for joining me today for story time. Don't forget to come into the library to get your paper plate and your bug stickers and your spider ring, and you can take it out and do it over and over. Make a spider web, maybe make almost looks like a triangle right there. So thank you. I'll look forward to seeing you at the library. Have a great day. See you next week. Bye-bye.